What is up, YouTube? Scotty here, and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time on the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button and like and comment. It really does help out quite a bit. First timers, I have two Mopars here. I've got a 2015 Charger RT with the Road and Track Super Track Pack, and I've got a 2016 Hellcat Charger. So today we're going to talk about camber, but before we do that, let's do a cold start on these guys. Nice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Double trouble right there, boys. Alright guys, so what is camber? Well, camber is when your wheels are not perfectly straight up and down. It's when they bow out at the bottom, either at the bottom or the top, but you more typically see them bowed out at the bottom. I don't know how well you can see this, but you can see on the RT that the tire is not totally straight up and down. I do have a lowering kit on here, the Eibach Sportline Kit, which is the lower of the two kits available for RTs. You know, you see on some of the tuner cars where they have it just ridiculously cambered out. Now that's intentional, but a lot of times guys get lowering kits and the result is camber. Another way you can check it is if you just hold a level up to it, you can see that that upper gauge there is not straight. If it was straight, it would be like that, centered. So you can see that the tire is pitched in. It's that way in the front too, but not quite as bad as in the back. See, there you can see it in the front. It's just a little bit off. So that's kind of the unofficial way to tell that you have camber, just by visualizing it or holding up a level to it. You can also buy a handheld caster camber gauge, which is you know, more accurate than what I'm doing here, but this is $140. So I have definitely have camber here in the RT. Let's take a look at the Hellcat. Okay, so here we are with the Hellcat, and there is not quite as much camber with the Hellcat, even though I do have it lowered. Let's do the unofficial test there. So it is definitely offset a little bit. But the Hellcat is actually not as bad as the RT, and the reason for that is because I had a professional alignment done. So let's talk about that. Alright, so here are some of the common problems you have with improper wheel alignment. That includes bad tire wear, poor handling, reduced miles per gallon, and tracking issues where the vehicle might not track straight. So there's three terms usually associated with wheel alignment. The first is camber. Camber is when your wheels don't sit flat on the ground. They tilt in or tilt out. Now you can read the description of each one of these. You can pause the video and read the description if you want to get some more details on each of these terms. The next one is toe. Toe is when the tires are not straight. They turn in or turn out from the direction that you're going. So that's called toe in or toe out. The last one is caster. Caster is a little more complicated, but it is the angle of the wheel against a 90-degree vertical. They can either be a little forward or a little back. All of these items can be adjusted with a proper alignment. So here was my alignment after putting on the Eibach Lowering Kit. Anything in red is out of tolerance. Now you can see that I was really far out of tolerance on a lot of these. So after the adjustment was done, now you can see how this is the front tires, and all three settings are within tolerances. And here you see the rear tires, all within tolerances. Now, unfortunately, to reach these tolerances, I couldn't rely on the stock components. I had to get some additional parts from Eibach that are sold specifically for lowering kits to achieve the proper wheel alignment. The first is that I needed upper control arms, and those go in the front, and in the back I needed bushing kits. So I needed those components in order to get these settings down to within tolerances. So with all this, you might be wondering why there is still some camber on the Hellcat. Well, that's because I specifically told the mechanic that I was going to be taking this on road courses. So he suggested I get a performance alignment specifically for high-performance cars that you take on the track. So I got that done and have had the car on the track several times. It's been a total blast, and all in all, I'm very happy with the work that was done, and the car just handles fantastic.